Cataclysm's Quickening. Alright. So more investigating we shall do. So I need to go down, looks like. Yeah, everybody's down on the first floor. Okay. Whoa. Oh, V-Dog, how's it going?
People talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
What's up, V-Dog?
If you ask me, those pompous
Oh, it's not
parasites on the
V-Dog.
surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, get him.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilgewater you?
I know,
spew?
actually.
I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that.
Agreed, honestly. Like, let's see. He's a psychopath, marking that down.
Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they'd want to hire someone like you? That's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so
Wow.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld.
No, it sounds like he's just a jerk. That's what that sounds like.
Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say?
It's normally for convicts to be unhappy. I think you're right.
That's true.
Grab yourself a welfare meal.
You are jerks.
Anyway, I've already decided to stay here.
But you're not gonna go join your
I wish
family?
I could say the same.
You're not gonna join your family?
Anyway,
I wish I could.
Oh yeah, we got any newcomers today?
There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
I wanted to listen to your joke.
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
Oh, okay.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
I like his accent.
Don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
Thanks, you guys are very accommodating.
You hear that, Quisto? What nice!
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
You do?
Really? Are we that famous?
Sorry about that. Mermaid came home. I had to close my door. But yes. Ugh. Now we're back. I like his accents. He sounds like a real gangster. That's the accent I would get if I was an extra in Genshin in this area. I'd definitely have a gangsta accent.
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Not a kerfuffle. I love kerfuffles. It was just a little... Oh, silly me.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime. Unlike some of the others here.
I love his accent. What's your name, sir?
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People
Lavaroon!
usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
So, you two really like to gossip? You sure know how to embellish.
No. You don't get it.
You don't get it.
Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that?
Oh my Archon, I'd love to know. Please tell me.
Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
Oh man.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego.
I like your
The
hair.
welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
We ate the most incredible welfare meals recently.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes
Do you
her
make the
eyes.
food?
Is that so? To tell you the
Aww.
truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half
That's
now.
so cute.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
You are correct.
You are correct.
I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school.
Wow.
Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress.
Huh? The Lavaroon just wink at me? Seems like he's saying, don't be upset, he's a good fella.
Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here?
Oh.
There's no denying that.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
He does have a point. Ah, interesting. According to Croissant. I know that's not what it is, but it looks like Croissant. Cousteau. A person named... Oh gosh, he literally just said it. Giro Frequency Infirmary. I should take note of that. Oh, I wonder if he wrote the research book.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library. and
There's
got
a
into
library?
fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he
Where's
is.
the library?
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too.
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates?
Ooh.
But it's really hard to imagine.
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Juria to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
That hurt the ones you love, you know? So Juryu had a confrontation with a girl named Lorvine, who also frequently visits the infirmary. I'll remember that too. I like you guys.
Is it really all right for us to talk about people behind their backs like this?
That's just how it goes. Good gossip is still gossip.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But wait, we're not just gossiping. This is legit information we're discussing here, right?
If you say so. Alright. Where to next? You okay, sir? Okay. Here, I guess, is faster. No, Kazuha, stop climbing random things. I recognize you.
Time to go.
Hey, you over there?
Bevillers?
Yeah, you.
Bevelier?
Say, do you like playing card games? You know, Genius Invocation TCG?
Even people down here play the game? I know they do because apparently they were taking it into the production room.
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
I would love a game, but the game is not allowing me. No thanks, we're busy.
All right. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this?
What else are you gonna...
People usually come here to fight.
What else are you gonna do?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same in my eyes. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards.
Aww.
So I came over to say hi.
Would you mind chatting with us for a moment?
Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in mind? Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived?
A few.
Ben, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
You mean the wonderful duo?
Yes, so you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. They always keep an eye out for the latest happenings and gossip about everything. I've never seen anyone with more time on their hands. I heard that they used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers. And chefs love to pass the time just hanging out when they're not cooking.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Millipede before?
Oh?
Wait, are you serious?
Okay, I'm paying attention
That's
now.
right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though.
I have a guess, and it might have to do with a certain nouvelette.
To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
By the way, this is completely unrelated, but have you heard anything about a forbidden zone?
A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
I will play.
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny.
See you later. Hey, let's play a game if you ever have time.
I do want to play a game, but it's making me not play a game. All right.
According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Okay, to the production zone. Oh, that's apparently wrong. Where's the production zone waypoint? I know there is one there. Where's the production zone waypoint? I thought there was a waypoint to the production zone. Oh man. This place. It's way down there. This is the production zone. This place is just a series of circles on top of each other. It gets very confusing. My very sleepy squid. Lenny, where are you? Hey Granville, how you doing? Oh, it's still here. That's impressive. Or Grainville, I'm sorry. There he is. Hello, Lenny. What are you up to? Staring into the abyss?
Huh?
Lenny.
That look in your eyes. You found something?
A few things, yes.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention.
Here are my findings, apparently.
Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Childe probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for.
I like that look in his eye.
Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Childe's exact whereabouts.
That I don't know.
Father told me that even though Master Childe said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
What's important thing right now is to catch up to him.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after it.
Do you know anyone, Lenny?
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. This was always a part of our mission after all. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Where is he? I haven't seen him.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
Sure.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation.
Yeah,
of the
that was your
Forbidden
job,
Zone.
Lenny.
Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
Me.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you.
I don't know about that.
Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Sounds good. I'll give it my best shot.
My apologies. I just started rambling out of habit. It was almost as if I was talking to my younger sister.
I didn't choose so the second option was the one where it's like, do you always talk this way to an amateur? I chose the thank you option. So why did you respond like that?
But that's not a bad thing, right?
What if I'm the older sister?
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Paimon doesn't. Paimon ignores, doesn't even acknowledge this statement.
Let's go our separate ways for now then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
Does time actually pass? Approaching infirmary. Ooh. Investigation
Hey,
music.
stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek.
Okay.
There seem to be several people inside.
Paimon, you're not doing a good job of hiding. Engage in conversation. Oh, she's there too.
It's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready.
If you recall correctly, alchemy. That was way too fast.
Come on, please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do!
Everything went really fast. That's one thing I wish that they would change. There are sometimes when you tap to progress the written statements, but then there are other times where it just kind of goes on its own. And even for me, who reads fairly quickly, is a native English speaker, it's real fast. It's not very accessible.
Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion? Could it be poison? Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here.
I did this to myself.
Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
Thank you. I'm sorry that I drank the poison.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Taking out a few instruments, gonna do her checkup. I hope I'm not so healthy that she gets suspicious.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way. Eh? Oh, that's good. But I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath.
Uh-oh. Use your hands to palpate different areas on my abdomen. She's using elemental energy. Her expression is growing more and more relaxed.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
Not bad.
And here?
Oof.
Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, how strange.
Oh no, was my acting a bit over the top?
What about here? Does this hurt?
No, I can barely feel it.
Oh. I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up. So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything.
She's like,
more
yeah,
serious.
thank goodness.
And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Wolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you? Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Ooh.
Very well.
Perfect. I can ask questions.
And she hopped away, just like that.
Phew! This infiltration mission is going much more smoothly than I imagined. Next, there are only 2 people left in the room. Sijuine just called the woman... Oh, it is Levine! Okay. One of the frequent visitors in the infirmary I've heard about before. Would that mean the man next to her, Javot?
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Hi, do you two occasionally punch each other? I'll draw attention. Guy seems to have noticed. Now he's looking in my direction, too.
Her stomach ache's really bad. She was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuine says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Oh, man.
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sijuine take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuine prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her... you could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuine's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Oh.
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least.
These two seem to have a pretty terrible relationship and only ran into each other because they were here to pick up their meds at the same time. But outside of the two of them, there's nothing suspicious inside the room. All the files on the table appear to be patient records, and while there's a box, I can't check it out right now. There also aren't many furnishings on the wall, huh? Wait, there seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there. Oh, there is.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this.
Are you sure they'll be released?
But
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
The presence of a movable hatch isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventurer's intuition speaking. But isn't it a bit strange that there's a movable hatch here, of all places? It is... Is it hiding something?
please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Look, who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him. I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Seashween should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Thank you for looking after me.
No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Seashween.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
Yes, ma'am. Yay.
Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Did they talk about that before we walked in? But I don't remember.
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
Oh, she said those words very specifically and with much spaces. I'm reading between the lines.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon too.
Thanks.
See ya!
I'm interpreting. I'm understanding.
I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double-check a few details, if that's all right with you.
You can check with Albedo.
Quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead. So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain, with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else?
I've been having weird thoughts lately, like if any of this is real or not.
That's it. All right then. Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds? No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night.
I like how she's talking to me as if Paimon's my guardian.
Paimon will hold the Traveler to that for sure.
Do I get a lollipop? Seedween's still looking at me. I should just try to take a nap like she said.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
You move yourself. Patient bed, weariness, holding back, overwhelm. Catch some hints of conversation.
We've been to lots of places together. She may look a bit under the weather now, but she's actually super strong. So you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, she'll recover soon.
Companion, wave of comfort, relax, restful sleep.
You're awake.
Now I am.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
I'm sure you didn't. Thank you both.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take your meds regularly And remember, bland foods. Thank you, Miss Sigeween.
I want to investigate the hatch. Where was it? Back here, right?
Seems like a lot of people have been coming down.
Okay. Alright, I shall return to my dormitory, but then sneak out at night again, I guess. I wish I could earn more credits, but I don't think I can. Or more coupons.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death.
Yeah, what did I say?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, go take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now. Paimon talked with Sigeween the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
There was a secret tunnel! Are we really off track? There's so few weird things about the place. The immovable hatch, as well as the question Sigeween asked Lorvine. And also, were they really talking about their meds before we walked in? Oh, Miss Lorvine and Giro, I forgot how to pronounce it, argument genuine, or were they just putting on a show? Paimon, hear me out.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to give the info to Linny.
Next few days, keywords, suspicious paper. Oh, that one they give me time. Ooh, pass slip, busy Lynette, not even look or change expression. Okay. And finally, the promised 9th day arrives.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Linny.
Lily, what are you staring at? Oh.
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Poor
Wait, why
Sigeween.
is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Sorry. A friend of mine just got laid off, so I am sending very much good vibes to them. By the way, how we doing? My wonderful 4 people. I think 3 of you have been lurking, and I appreciate that. Oh, there's a Tay-Tay. Hello, Tay-Tay. I know Levin is here. Oh, it's because there's stream elements and coffee. Oh, no, and stream elements and yeah, coffee bot are both here. You're doing work. Lawyering? Are you lawyering? How you doing, son? You lawyering? I'm not opposed to helping you.
Perhaps that's true. You're both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, there's still one thing that could get between us, lest you've forgotten. The matter of our respective loyalties. You've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui. I can understand that feeling, so I assume you're just helping us out of the kindness of your hearts?
I definitely understand the feeling of having run-ins with the Fatui. I am a part of the Fatui. I have run-ins with them all the time, intentionally. Every day when I look in the mirror, I have a run-in with the Fatui.
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us in the future, too.
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril. Fremine and Lynette feel the same way.
I get it now. Friendship is the true strength all along.
Glad to hear it. Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Oh, yeah, that definitely makes sense. Chronologically be after this quest. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Like, obviously it has to happen after the initial one. But yes, it also makes sense after this one because you're still kind of becoming friends with him.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Ah, I like when they choose to teleport me. Hey, convenient.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh.
She's probably in the underground hatch.
Strange. Lynette?
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Could she have found a lead?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
I bet she's behind here. Hey, look, I was right.
Ah, this is it. We saw it before.
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
Leans down. Movable hatch.
The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure.
What if she's stuck?
Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
She under the bed?
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
she would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
But this bed is still unmade.
Which means
How rude.
either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Not a good sign. Oh, he's worried. It's okay, Lenny. It'll be okay, bud.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sijuin would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
Is it the same
paper.
as that I found?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
This is...
Is that all?
Is there anything on the back?
The back. This is...
Show me! Now!
Oh.
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have... Is she already...
Oh.
Writhely. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Why do you choose to act during our second infiltration attempt instead of the first?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Writhely, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Writhely. We're a completely different story, though.
Why would you go after... Yeah, why did you go after that?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic. Just think everything over.
Oh.
I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now.
Oh. Cause we... Well, so... In his story, didn't we learn about what happened to his sister and why they got separated? Do you remember that, for those who've done Lenny's story quest? Where she was basically sold to another family, and he went and was like, frick you, and beat them up and got her back. He said, don't take my sister! This is, I think he's just having flashbacks to that. And again, we would know that chronologically, again, if that had happened before, like if we did his story beforehand, but if the story, like quest, actually happened after this, then yeah, we wouldn't know.
Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds, could Writhely have let him go as well?
Oh, the music.
What does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
I get it now. He deliberately made them both disappear.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side.
Aww.
If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
Lanny, calm down. That is definitely how you calm down people. I mean, you know, good try, sweetie.
Don't be like this, Lenny. Frominae wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Childe. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them.
Aww.
I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
Hey, don't be reckless. Traveler, please talk some sense into him.
We can go talk to them. He doesn't suspect us.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
Wait. Bro, my friend. Lenny!
He's rushed out the door. After him.
I don't think we can catch up. Oh, scary.
I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone! Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
Wow. You know, the more that I get to know her, she's just this strange, like, I don't know how to describe it. Sigewinne, because she's not human, she has these very interesting mannerisms and ways to speak that are just really uncanny. And because she has, like, child face, even though she's extremely older than all of us because she is not human, it just makes it like, yes, all these people are my dolls, my experiments. She's very alien coded, like, you know, I love when people can trust me. This guy's works very well. I don't know, I like that kind of character.
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill. Lenny, wait!
Lenny, wait! I can't move.
It's
Okay.
no use. We have to catch up to him.
I don't think we're going to. Lenny!
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office.
Wriothesley hasn't been here this entire time. I'm glad the water didn't destroy. Oh gosh. Let me in. Oh. The other one that looks like a door. Oh man.
Come out and face me, Wriothesley!
Oh, he's like, I'm here. Oh.
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
Did we have one
What
of those?
did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive.
Oh, he thought that she was like gone. Lenny. Poor baby.
You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start. So you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Childe's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
Ooh.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Childe's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
Oh.
He's not. What do you really want?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Evil man! Where are Lynette and Fremine?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea.
Jerk.
Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean
With Child?
you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
Oof.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you.
Does that mean the Baum brothers tipped him off?
I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine.
Ooh.
You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever.
Wow. Wow. I honestly did not expect such ruthlessness.
You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
I wonder if Farina is somehow pulling strings or is somehow involved with this. I don't know.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Interesting.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Uh-oh.
Linny!
Why do you have to do this?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
Ooh, way to beat a man when he's down.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
I can help.
6,
Wow!
5,
I'm gonna beat you up, sir.
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Negotiate with my fist! Please, wait, can we really not talk about this some more?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Hi, Fernia. Yeah, things are getting spicy. Risley's like, I am nice, but I'm not. You thought Risley's like, aren't you tired of being nice? Don't you want to go crazy, mean? Joe, who's the voice actor who plays Risley, is doing a very good job at, I don't know. He, in general, like, this is his normal voice tone. Like, he's not doing anything aside from, like, there's a little more diction and, like, pronunciation with the words, but it's nice because there's a lot of, like, hidden emotion behind it. And when you first meet him and interact with him, it definitely puts you off guard. So it's very, it is, what's that called when you go against expectations? What is that called? There's a term for it. When you, when it's something that's normally expected, but it gets flipped on its head. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, I see. Are you done with the quest now? Is that why you're able to join? Yeah, I had today off. I work tomorrow, but I had today off, so I'm like, I gotta get as much done as I can today. I want to save them. Sparing them, I don't think, is the correct answer. Oh, wow. Nice.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found?
Thank you for the pats. I'm sorry that it doesn't show up on this model. If it was a VTuber model, you would see the pats. But I didn't feel like VTubing today. I'm still feeling under the weather.
I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I know. I can't believe it's asking about the hidden rules, if I recall correctly. If you keep working without any rest, during lunch hour on the 3rd day, you'll find a portion of strange meat in your welfare meal. It's a good thing they've already run through an investigation on this. Let's see if I can remember all the clues. I should be able to find an answer if I piece everything together. Oh, okay. Yes. Who will you see if you keep working continuously? Who will see it if you keep working continuously?
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile,
the Duke doesn't like Fonta.
Idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them on Fonta. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time?
Probably having tea with Brisley.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it. The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appear rather strange and alien to humans. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well.
Okay. So who will see it if you keep working continuously?
We often see Miss Sijuin.
Under what circumstances does the strange meat appear? I'm very confused. None of these clues have anything to do with anything.
According to Collins, the pancreas...
Why does the strange meat appear the way it does? I'm assuming...
Fonta's internal reports suggest...
Yeah, well, none of these have anything to do with anything. Wonder what strange meat does the circumstances appear? I guess...
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty.
No, that's not what I want. 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 I want that one.
The research note said that...
So she's making it, I guess?
Ah, so that's what's
Yeah.
going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal.
Okay, hold on. Paimon put on her glasses. I gotta put on my glasses. Hang tight just a second while I put on my glasses. Perfect. There we go. Now we're ready to deduce. We've got our glasses on. We're ready. I had to put on my deduction glasses. Okay. They're a little off, but it'll have to do. All right. So, yes, strange meat.
At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, they were all prepared by Sijuin, the head nurse.
Indeed.
She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work.
Ah, now I see.
Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the
Genuine
workers'
concern for her workers.
She visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. Sigewin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However,
And obviously the drink is the Fanta.
Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us.
Including making meat purple.
The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sigewin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged.
Aww.
All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
Okay, so the hidden rules of the Pancration Ring, I remember. Someone tries to support both boxers at the same time. They'll receive a package the next morning which contains a strange, blood-colored liquid. We've also done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I found and come up with the correct answer. If you violate the hidden rules of the Pancration Ring, you receive a bag containing a strange, blood-colored fluid. I think... Okay, so who sent the package containing... I think it was the advertising guy.
The Fanta promoter has been...
Why does it look the way it does?
Fanta's internal reports...
Why do those... Only those... Because they had got money to spare. No? So who sent the package? Okay,
According to Collins, the Fanta promoter has...
I don't know why those are backwards, but whatever, man.
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of.
So obviously they're sending it to people that are loaded because obviously they, like, if they bet on both, they don't care about losing money. And if they're trying to make the money back, then they're going to send it to people that have the money to spare. And maybe to get, like... get people to promote the drink or sponsor the drink or give money just to finalize it.
That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fanta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fanta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers.
I know they do always win, but they also technically lose money.
So they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea.
It's like, I hate Fanta.
The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fanta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light.
So he was doing it as a way like, hi, you're stupid.
Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right. And here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary? ...
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question.
Oh, Lenny!
The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind!
Lenny!
You'll pay for this!
He's gonna punch you. Oh! Oh!
Lenny, are you alright?
Sigewin? Did he, like...
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigeween. That was a fantastic shot.
Is it like a tranquilizer?
It was nothing, Your Grace.
Oh, that's a gun. She got a gun too. This is the gun era, the gun era of Genshin. Because we got Cloran. Now Sigeween has a gun. Who else has, like, are there any other guns?
Sigeween? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sigeween. You...
Yeah, are you an accomplice in all this? Of course she is, Lumine.
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervilat asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
When I'd learn, well, but she loved Risley. She good friends. That's her boss.
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervilat told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
Oh.
My dear Sigeween, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. Let them go.
Aww.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
How touching.
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now.
Lenny and Fremine?
I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigeween, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
Miss Lynette? Miss Lynette?
What are you doing?
Like Miss Lynette upstairs? Like drinking tea? Or are you talking about Lenny?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Familiar figure. Is it Childe? Cloran?
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Cloran.
Fremine!
Door.
Fremine. Oh, poor baby.
Fremine. Fremine.
Oh.
What's going on? What is Cloran doing here?
Work.
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linny. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
I love how nonchalant she is. Again, I think it's the uncanny non-humanness. Sorry about shooting you. Amazing.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
Oh, does he got the bends? Oh.
Flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
Oh no!
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
How is he not... I guess I don't understand, like, the full effect of the primordial seawater, because, like, how much of it make you become water? Because, like, drinking it in the smaller, like, drug forms, like they did, like, the alcohol forms, once it was diluted is fine. But, like, having a bottle of it and, like, splish splashing it on you is too much. Yeah, right. Right, that's like, what amount? What amount? How much do you need to consume? I don't understand. Does it have to be in you? Does it have to touch you? Like, I know it has to touch you, but like, what happens if it's inside you first?
I'll talk to Clorand while you get Freminet to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Clorand, where did you come from? Okay, hold on. We're serious now, so I have to take off my silly glasses. Or like the people eating Tide Pods. That's what it reminds me of. I would like to talk. I'm going to talk with you anyway.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigewinne may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
That's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
He's like, okay, let's not talk about my boyfriend. Let's just drink some tea.
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Were you out in the water? I'm confused. Anyway. Aww. Lenny's expression looks disgusted. Seems like he'd rather not have Sigewinne touch Freminet. Still, he didn't stop her, since it's obvious that Freminet does require urgent medical care. Sigewinne's examining Freminet carefully. She doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. I hope Freminet will be okay. Look at that little boy and his little freckles, little baby freckles.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical.
Again, how much is large? Okay, so I guess... Okay. So... Like... I hear you, Frania. They are pretty hilarious. They remind me... Well, they're basically the hetero version of Vi and... oh gosh. Why can't I remember her name? Caitlin. They're basically the hetero version of Vi and Caitlin. Because eventually Vi becomes a cop for... Like, in the story of League of Legends, Vi becomes a cop for Piltover. And works with Caitlin. Like, is actually like a detective with Caitlin. And has punchy fists. So, and, you know, Caitlin is upstandy citizen with big long gun thing. So, they're basically the hetero version of Caitlin and Vi. But back to the water thing. So, the only thing I can figure... is that the bottle that the guy in the original part where he just dissolved, it must have been like pure, unadulterated, just primordial water. And that's why only having the small amount of the test tube made him dissolve. Because if we're saying here that Freminet, because he didn't even drink it, like, or did he drink it? Or did he just splash it on himself? I think he just like splashed it on himself. And the other one was like, they popped a balloon amount. So if this guy like was in the seawater and ingested it, like, is the seawater just mixed with regular seawater, and so that's why it's not as initially effective as whatever was in that test tube? I think that's where my confusion is. Right, exactly.
Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress.
It'd be fine if you just give him Lynette.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
I mean, if there was something wrong with his diving equipment, it just could have gotten in.
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator.
Respirator?
Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Sorry, we left a little note that said, "Sorry that we tranquilized you. Sorry I shot you." Lenny's finally begun to stop tensing the muscles in his face. Seems he trusts that Sigewin just said.
Lenny, are you okay?
I don't think he's okay, Paimon.
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look all right.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
Right, exactly, Fernia. Hey, she's back.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too.
Is that Fremine? Yeah. It's like...
Fremine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Lift Fremine up. Fremine managed a small dose of... Oh, something. You're alive! Oh, there he goes. And he's down.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Aww.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Very well. I guess I can find time to come with you.
The Duke and Clarande are gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
She just swam in that outfit? I mean, I guess I swim in my outfit, but it still seems a little... It's not a very streamlined outfit. Clarande saved Fremine from the sea. Just what happened there? Oh, you teleport me all the other times, but you're not gonna teleport me this time?
Time to go.
Where's the guy that wanted to battle cards with me? I wish to battle cards. TCG time. He's not here. Oh, they were upstairs. Okay. Oh. Right. Well, I mean, what I'm thinking is it must have happened afterwards, and then they just kind of left him out in the water. And then Clarande found him, but I don't know why she was out there. Yeah. Yeah, and she wasn't there as long. Oh. Oh, he awake now. You're alive.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Aww. Big brother Lenny.
Lenny. Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine. And you are no longer in any danger.
She's so proud of herself.
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long.
Oh, they were up there? Oh, were they up? Were they like upstairs in the office? Oh, okay, got it. Okay. Yeah, I was too worried about Fremine. I can't be bothered with tea.
The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Oh, okay, I see.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
Okay, understood. So it was because it was diluted. What happened after you snuck out of the pipes?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Yay, it's all coming back to me. Do I get to be Fremine? Look at him.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Childe be?
Yay, I do get to be him. I didn't pull for him, so he's... Actually, wait. Oh, we'll wait till after this. If you all are still around, I have enough wishes to do another poll for Dragon Man now. But I was gonna wait until there were more people on the stream before polling again. I'll wait till after this is over. Oh, those wings actually aren't too bad for him. Surprisingly. Oh, that's a nice... Whoa, what is that sword? What is that claymore? It's gorgeous. What the heck? That claymore is beautiful. Oh, is it? Oh, one of the new ones? Like the... This one? But it looks pretty. Is this one of the ones that's coming up? Oh, okay. They're one of the new ones, right? Oh, it's so pretty. I like it. I like it. Is it? What's it do? What does it do? Increase crit rate. Meh. I mean, I guess it's good if your things rely on crit rate. Who would this be good for? Oh, he's C3. Crowd damage based on what?
This This mechanism looks like it's been tampered
Oh, is
with.
this the pressurized thingy?
Could he have done it?
No, this isn't the same place. No, it's not. It looks very similar. Yes, I did the trial. Like, I played his trial, so I've seen his moveset, but he just wasn't one that I was interested in. I mean, the fish is just good for anybody.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
What obstacle was it getting stuck on? Oh no, that's what I've heard. I've heard it's like one of the best ones for Chung Yun. His music's very nice. Oh, that's a long way down. Okay, whee!
This is where the water starts.
Got it, okay.
Okay. Master Childe probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
He should put on his helmet when you go underwater.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, look at the little jellyfish now. He no longer in the bubble. He cute. Everyone, make sure you go and you check your mailboxes today, for you too will have gotten this little jellyfish squid thing. He's the new little companion.
There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here.
Uh-oh.
Wait. What the?
Oh no!
My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Aww. What are those noises? Oh, I am losing health rapidly. Oh, God. Oh, it's just part of the music. Okay.
I can't die here.
Aww.
This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater.
Nay.
I have to push on.
Oh, poor baby. Clorinde! How did she know he was down here is the thing.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Childe could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the
Yeah,
fortress,
that's my
or why
question.
she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
Oh.
You're still too weak, Fremine. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Got it. I'll go talk to him. Sorry.
Yeah.
Got distracted.
It's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Liddy?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Please stay with your brother. He almost died.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Hug it out, guys.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, Lenny.
Aww.
I'm also really sorry, Lenny. I should have been more careful.
Don't say that. It was all my fault. I was the one who should have been more careful. You two were nearly...
If I was stronger, maybe I would have already found Master Childe.
No, how can you say that?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
What I'm hearing is, we all dropped the ball at some point during the mission. So the responsibility falls on all of us. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's on all of us.
Lenny, we understand that you're worried about us, but we're worried about you as well. Please don't blame yourself. We want you to keep your spirits up.
Yeah.
Aww. Wah. Okay. Risley, you've got some explaining to do. Oh, it's so strange to be me again, because I've been Lumine for so long. Wow, I'm free. I can be whoever I want. Well, I mean, like in the cutscenes and things like that. Bum-ba-dum. Alright, Whee! Ta-da. Hello, I'm here. Let me in. Ah, you're finally in your office.
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Fremine's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegeween?
I wanted to check up on Miss Clarande. How are you feeling?
Aww.
Mostly fine, I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Please enlighten us as much as you'd like.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
He's a good
They came here with
investigator,
ulterior
Paimon.
motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Childe's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Frenia, because you finished the quest, you know that, of Childe's little helpers, his groupies, that was my favorite part so far. They're like, you mean the boss? I'm like, Childe's your boss? That part was very entertaining. And also Reki! You should recognize his voice. Did you recognize his voice, Frenia? Now that you've been watching the English skate, did you recognize Reki's voice? I was like, Reki! Oh, you play in Chinese. That's right. I apologize. Well, funnily enough, one of Childe's groupies is Reki. Or like it's Matt Shipman. It's the voice actor. I was just like, Reki, why did you turn to a life of crime? Where's Longa?
Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went, so I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Lenny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
I mean, it's a valid point.
Are the rumors true that you're also a former criminal?
Paimon, you can't just ask people that.
Now, why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Clorant down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work. As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
Oh, so it does exist.
That's not something you should be asking after.
Hey.
Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Childe's whereabouts.
Doesn't even say Monsieur.
All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
He just drops those honorifics, doesn't he? Friendly terms. I see.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
Yeah, what she said.
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Ooh, yes.
Follow me.
Ooh. Go on a field trip. I've seen a bunch of stuff, Risley. You don't understand.
door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
A series of circles. That's all it is a series of circles on top of circles. Elevator?
Stand on the central plate.
Okay.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa! So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
And that is...
What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Now I'm me again.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Stand back. He's Morbin.
Whoa. They all just went up one by one.
That's how doors work, Paimon.
Go on, have a look.
Actually haven't been the Hydro Traveler. It's really empty, nothing here, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room which looks like some kind of massive sluice gate? What's a sluice gate? Word of the day! A sliding gate or other device controlling the flow of water, especially one in a locked gate. So it's a gate that holds water. Hi, Maddie! It's going good! A lot has happened. We went to jail, and then we tried to break out of jail, and it didn't work. So we attempted to infiltrate it, but apparently they were reverse engineering psychologying us the whole time. And now we're schmoozing with the warden and finding out the secrets.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally.
Well, we never left jail because the leaving jail was never successful. So we just made friends with the warden, and now we're probably gonna get out of jail as soon as we figure out what's going on with the evil water.
Normally I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated.
The
Any
water...
guesses what the reading could be tracking?
The water pressure? You know what it is, Lamine.
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something
It's
less
tracking
ordinary.
the primordial water.
The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
Gasp, how could we know?
Concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
So it's leaking into the sea from the bottom of the abyss that's in the bottom of the planet. Because there's an abyss that's above the planet, and now there's an abyss that's at the bottom. Well, no, we already knew that there was an abyss at the bottom of the planet because of the chasm.
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh. Oh!
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
This gate falls, all of Fontaine will fall with it. It's so dramatic, Lamine.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
Go to higher ground?
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Good question.
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring.
Ooh.
It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here.
I like the ambient noise in the background.
When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves."
I don't think that's pity so much as she was I don't know. I don't like her.
And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
Are we talking about one of the original founders?
But now you know every part of that history is true.
It is very, yes, Bioshock, yes.
It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
I think you have your question, your answer
To be frank,
there.
not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate.
Especially recently.
Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
I think for any out loud that has to do with his voice actor, because Joe definitely is playing, like, his diction is very precise. You know, he's very, like, it's not monotone. Monotone is the incorrect word, but it's very, like, to the point and, like, deep, and Joe just has that kind of voice. So I think it makes sense. So, as the Duke of the Meripede, just what do you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
What are you gonna show me? Oh, I can't investigate the door? I was gonna jump down.
This is it.
Oh!
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
Hello.
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
I've saved the world 4
The results
times
speak for
now.
themselves, don't they?
Yeah.
These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Harmless.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under
Oh,
Edwin.
Ed who?
That you've heard of Edwin?
Ed who?
Well, good. Saves me a bit of time.
Oh, I should have made him explain.
Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up the Fortress of Meripede?
No, he's going to use the gravity thing and maybe, like, bring it up. That's what I'm assuming, is he's going to use the plane alternator thing that Edwin did. Yeah, I do like that. Oh, yeah, that makes 100%. Yeah, so, okay. So, it's basically, this is Tartarus. And so he's basically, yeah, the guardian of death. Like Cerberus is.
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
Was that really necessary?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
Well, you did mention earlier that his presence was the result of your heart palpitations.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
I want to know how he got all those scars.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Good job,
Your
Paimon!
constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
Good observation, Paimon. Nice transition! That was a nice transition. Is this just a room?
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Uh-oh. Wow, they turned on the defogger.
What a
Oh!
ship? This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
I know a little bit.
Not much at all.
Is this the ship that...
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story
I
of
have.
ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty.
This music. Hold on, we're just gonna enjoy this music for a second. This music is gorgeous. I'm trying to find the motifs. So I heard the, I love this, like, da-na-na-na-na-na. It's very, like, going into space kind of thing. Like Final Frontier, sort of. Nice. Okay, anyway. I got distracted.
According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee.
I remember that.
Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship.
Fortuna! That's what it
created
was.
his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the Primordial Sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
He's the better version. Well, I don't know. He's not quite a bad a version as what's his name? Whatchamadoodle, Promare. Cray Foresight. he's the better, younger version of Cray Foresight. And Lenny is why? So I blame the sickness for taking my memory away. Oh gosh. So I don't know why my brain cannot remember their names. Leo. Lenny is Leo.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Yeah.
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
Can't share your plan with everyone?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe.
That's what Cray Foresight thought as well, but we figured it out in the end.
As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. Alright, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions?
I have many questions.
Seems like you're good.
No, I'm not!
Come on, I'll take you back.
Why you... No, I have many questions! You did not give me a chance to ask questions. Why did it say that? I was not good.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
Was that because I had an autoplay?
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
He means that my actions will now decide the next step Lenny's group takes. Hint, hint. In other words, if I want to tell Lenny the truth, I must make him understand that we can't afford excessive conflict right now.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Yeah, we will. Hey, Lenny!
Great. I look forward to what happens next.